Welcome, beloveds. Welcome to first moment of the best of your life. First moment of the rest of your life. And the rest of your life is that which is unfolding down the corridors of forever. Who you are and who I am is forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. That which you are and that which I am will never cease to be, because we are unfolding down the corridors of foreverness. And that means whatever trials and tribulations we face, the joke is on those trials, because we are eternal and the trials' days are numbered. Nothing of an anti-divine nature will ever outdistance us, and we want to find comfort in that and be mindful of the thoughts that we think. Reminds me of a poem that I wrote long ago, that I call it the major motion picture of everyday reality. Did you know, beloved, that your mind is a stage, that your thoughts are actors who act upon this stage and determine your future, your outward destiny, preparing a major motion picture of everyday reality. Now, who is the director? Is it your God self? Or are the scenes prepared by this lower negative self? This negative self is a tyrant, a maker of X-rated confusion. Let God in you prepare your scenes and avoid the wrath of illusion. Negative thoughts do enter your stage. They too come to audition. But that doesn't mean you use them. No. Don't you dare give them the position. When negative thoughts come to audition and await their final score, send them away from your theater of mind down the Broadway of never no more. Use only the best thought actors on the stage of your mentality, and you will star in a beautiful future for the major motion picture of everyday reality. So we're in a crisis initiation within the whole world right now. What are your thoughts in response to what it is that we're dealing with? Are you afraid? Or we afraid? Are they afraid? If we are caught up in fear, then we are by default and unconsciously breathing life force into the worst possible outcome. Fear is also creation force. Fear is an affirmation. And yet it is an affirmation of that which we absolutely do not want. So let's mind the stage of our mind and determine what thoughts we will allow to dance within this sacred domain of consciousness. Because we're creating every moment, every breath, either consciously and intentionally from a sacred perspective, or unconsciously and by default. But we are just as responsible for our unconscious creations as we are responsible for our conscious creations. I want to make a couple of announcements, and then we're going to go into our meditation. The meditation today is I channel my divinity. This is a very important time that we all be about the business of channeling our divinity. But before we get to that, I'd like to mention that with regards to the Facebook Lives, I would like for you to start sending me some questions and comments and things of that nature via a voice transmission. Facebook has the capacity that you can send a message that is in your voice. And so then I'll be able to see that before the actual live and respond to some of those things. And in some instances, maybe I'll even play, the question, and then respond to it, and so that way we create a little more interactiveness between us here. You can do it in text too, but if you do it in your voice, then I can feel the frequency of what it is that you're reaching for. So we want to magnify this experience and make it even more personal. That's a really important something. So do that, and then also I do receive donations. I graciously thank you for that. I have a donation button on my website. I also receive by way of Cash App, by way of Venmo, and also by way of PayPal. So if it moves your heart to offer something in appreciation for my offerings, then I thank you so much for that. And lastly, also I'm available for intuitive astrology readings, as well as transmissions of sound and Reiki, vocal harmonics, and also praying and chanting and those kind of things. So if you're interested in any of that, you'll be able to access my website as well as a phone number. So those are my little commercials before we go into this meditation. As we share in this meditative experience, and also we're going to have some Reiki transmissions after the meditation to open up that frequency of healing flow through our hands. What I want you to be aware of is that when we do these things, there is a powerful co-creation at work. I've been doing this work for many, many, many years and have learned to really wield the forces in a very powerful way. And one of the most profound understandings that I have gained is the understanding that it's always a collective and universal co-creative expression that is going on. Even all of my albums, all of my music albums and my few books, when I have created those things, I have also been in co-creatorship with the whole universe, because while I've created those things as an individual expression of being, the whole universe was in co-creation, because I have within me a cell for every man, woman, and child, every angel and ascended master, every ocean, mountain, and stream, every mineral, plant, and animal, every elemental star and galaxy. And that's true for you too. Each of us are biological living libraries containing the knowledge of everything that is, was, or ever will be, as well as the entire soul adventure of any and every being throughout existence. We are the microcosm of the great macrocosm. And it's time for us to begin to identify our selfhood from this universal perspective. You know, when we walk around and we define who we are exclusively as this individual being, you know, then we are diminishing our power, because who we are is so much bigger than our individual being. Our individual being is actually the meeting place for the whole universe that we are. And it's time for us to absolutely own that. No more renting with option to buy, beloveds. You got to own this thing. So let's go ahead and have this meditation now. And the title of this meditation is I Channel My Divinity. Receive this in the deepest way that you can receive it, and offer your emotions and your thought intentions as an affirmation for it. Receive it not only for yourself, receive it on behalf of the whole universe. Let's right now be a catalyst by way of our tribedom for the universe becoming better than it was before we started, because we can do this. I channel my divinity. I channel the love of God. I channel the love God feels for me. I allow love to have its way with me as I express love to me and to all that is. I channel the full power of God, Goddess Absolute, angels, and ascended masters. I allow the harmonic convergence of my consciousness with the ascended host. I remember and allow the divine resonance of my existence. All realities and experiences are serving unto my expansion and empowerment. I am empowered by everything. I channel the peace that God means for me. I am in the arms of the peace that surpasses all understanding. I am immune to dis-ease and anti-divinity. If it ain't divine, it ain't mine. I channel the wisdom from the heart of God. I am infinite intelligence and the awakening of cosmic consciousness. I am the spiritual and biological living library containing the knowledge of all that is, was, or ever will be. The Akashic records have been downloaded into my mind. I dream awake, total enlightenment. I commemorate the infinite past. and pre-memorate the eternal future, which is harmonically converged in the now memoration of this my now moment. I remember who I am. I remember that I am is the name and nature that I share with God in the family of life. I channel the unlimited material abundance of God, and I am a billionaire of being. I honor my wealth of form and formlessness. I channel my inner child, the little elder within me, who is the root of my godhood. I play my way all the way back into the arms of God absoluteness. The way is shown, and I am home. I channel God's vision. I see and awaken the intended beauty and blessings within everyone and everything. The supreme peace of Creator Source flows in and through me, and all who are in my eternal presence are lit up with this radiance. I am so honored to be a beloved source of life's expansion and empowerment. Blessed be God's giving through me. I channel God's worth and infinite validation of my soul. With eyes of wisdom, I see that God values me by virtue of my being. So from now on, I will do, achieve, and create for the sheer joy of it. Yes, my Creator has taught me that the true measurement of my worth is in the root of my being. I therefore live, move, and have my being in infinite intelligence and abundance absolute. I channel my divinity. I allow my awakening. So what is it to channel the love of God, or to channel the love that God feels for you? Love is such an effortless frequency. We cheat ourselves into believing that love is hard because we're in the false awareness that love is something that we have to do. But you don't do love. Love does you. And love, being eternal, co-eternal with God, is always about the business of loving. And we simply put ourselves in the stream of that. To channel the love that God feels for you is to simply allow yourself to turn the dial of your being to 111, or 1111, that is, ascension, point I am. You turn the dial of your being to 1111, ascension, point I am. You know, when you tune in on your radio to a particular channel and you listen in, you don't have to create that which you're listening in on. You just turn your channel, or turn the dial to the right channel. See, to channel the love that God feels for you is to simply turn the channel of attention to to focus upon that eternal reality and then let love play itself through you. To channel the full power of God, Goddess Absolute is to be in the recognition that we are descendants of Creator. We have inherited all of the power, all of the wisdom, all of the love that God is. The three major qualities that define Creator: omnipotence, all-powerfulness; omniscience, all-knowingness, infinite intelligence; and omnipresence, evenly present everywhere. And that omnipresence is extremely important if we're going to be the reality of that divine something that we have descended from. We must own our selfhood in its expression as the whole of the universe, and the recognition that our body and soul and individual being is the meeting place for the whole universe that we are. I allow the harmonic convergence of my consciousness with the ascended host. We want to harmonically converge with every angel and every ascended master. And we say, ascended clan, I'm calling you to guide me on my way back home. I deeply yearn to now return and claim my ascension throne. The fifth dimension and beyond, inheritance above the sky. To heaven's call I now respond. In higher realms forever fly. Ascended clan, I ask for this, not only for myself. Let every being upon this earth partake of heaven's wealth. Even unto earth herself, she also would return to end the madness of this flesh. A fire within us burns. Please help us to remember that we all are innocent, and by mercy and compassion unto heaven, earth is sent. Resurrection of ascension, and God is found in man and woman, and we all are family members of the great ascended clan. The love of God within my heart has healed and set me free. A love that is, because I am, therefore I love me. Among the great ascended clan, I am eternally. time for some Didgeridoo. Oh my God, beloved, I love you so much. You know how much I'm loving you. You be dancing all around. Life is delicious. Life is beautiful. And we are coming home to our absoluteness. So as I offer this didgeridoo, this one is specifically for the purpose of really activating that multidimensional ascended being that you are. I am playing the reality through the didgeridoo of your and my and all of our ascended master self. So breathe this energy in a big and wonderful way. Let me see, I hear something buzzing here. Let's get rid of the buzz. We got so much technology going on. Sometimes technology has a big mouth. Angels fly because they take themselves so lightly. So breathe with me as I offer this frequency, and as I'm playing with circular breathing, meaning that even when I take an inhalation, there's still a stream of air being pressed out of the mouth, and so the sound never stops, and the uninterrupted sound is a reflection of the endless nature of eternity. So here we go. This one's gonna be good. Feel the love. Feel the joy. Feel the peace. Feel the opening of the sacred vibrations. Vibrations of love. Vibrations of light. Vibrations of peace. Vibrations of divine wisdom. The reality of coming home to yourself. The reality of remembering who you are. All is so well in this divine moment. So I'm going to do now some activating of the frequency of healing vibration within your hands. There's something very powerful that I was shown and taught by Spirit from within. You know, many of the principles of Reiki that I was taught by Creator from within that I don't see taught in the Reiki communities. And I'm sharing this as passionately as I can. And if you are working with Reiki, be sure and pass this on. Many of us have heard in Reiki, we were taught that when we send the Reiki energy, we keep the fingers connected. And that's one of the traditional things that has been taught with Reiki. However, Spirit took me a little bit further with that and taught me that every place where two digits connect is what is called a healing accelerator. So like on one hand, you know, with all of the 5 digits there, they're making a connection in 4 different places. And so each one of those connections would be called a healing accelerator. Just as when you get in your car and you step on the accelerator, your car accelerates, it goes faster. And you probably never even ask the question, why is it that when I step on the gas, does my car go faster? You just take it in a matter-of-fact way. So this is another one of those techniques, but in a different way. So when you gently squeeze the fingers together, there's an acceleration of healing energy. So you might even want to do that. Just hold your fingers first, you know, just loose and not connected. Then gently connect them all. And then gently, not with tension, but a tender one, gently begin to squeeze the fingers together. And you may notice that there's an acceleration of healing vibration. And even if you're not sensitive enough to feel it, it automatically happens, because this is one of those divine principles of life, that when you squeeze these fingers together, there is an activation of the healing accelerators, and the healing energy becomes stepped up as it flows through your being. So I want you to use that technique, which is extremely powerful. If you happen to be a Reiki practitioner or any kind of healing practitioner, another very powerful thing is when you touch like one of the chakras. So here I am, I'm touching my brow chakra. And then if I feel like the reality that my hand is like a feather, so I'm not pressing in real hard, but I'm connected, but it's light like a feather. And then when I gently squeeze the fingers together, that accelerates the energy. But then if I gently push up on the brow, that is what is called feathering up. It's feather up, where you're taking the energy up into the celestial heights. And then when you want to ground the energy down in, you gently pull down on that chakra, and that's feather down. It grounds the energy in. It works on any one of the chakras. And so we're going to do a little exercise. I'm going to transmit some of the bliss frequency that I know through your hands into your body, but we're also going to intend that there is a counterpart of this that reaches out and blesses every being in the whole of existence, that blesses every being that is going to see this video even later on, that's not in the now moment with us, you know, and also that with every breath we take and every step we take down the path of our life, there will be a reactivation of this energy. So basically, I'm going to have my hands out this, because I'm sending forth to you. You turn your hands in toward your own body, you know, or if you choose, you can turn them upward, you know, to receive from as above. But if you're turned into your body, the other thing you can do is you can actually touch your body in some place. Now, when you feel the energy light up big and bright, if you have the presence of mind and heart that you can put in resonating in the chat, do that. You could also do it later. I don't want you to disturb your meditation because you're going to go very deep with this one. And also, in focusing on my countenance, you'll see where I'm touching in with the bliss. I live in a tremendous amount of bliss, and I'm now wishing a counterpart of that on you. So here we go with this vibration. And with divine immunity, I am the ascended master. And with divine immunity, I am the ascended master. And with divine immunity, I am the ascended master. And with divine immunity, I am the ascended master. And with divine immunity, you are the ascended master. And with divine immunity, Thank you for receiving that. And if you had some very profound experiences, you can put that in the chat. I'm trying to see something here. My heart is your heart. My soul is your soul. My sadness is your sadness. And my joy is your joy. And yes, Carolyn, that is an absolute truth. And Krylin, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Feeling elevated, beautiful. And someone definitely felt the heart in my hands. You might even be a little bit sacredly drunk in this moment. Resonating, yeah, resonating. I know I am sacredly drunk in this moment. You know, I just allow my body to trance and sway and flow with the sacred drunkenness of my moment, which is a good drunk. If you're sacredly drunk, it's a good drunk. I appreciate you so much. I love you. I believe in you. I believe in that something within you that is the absolute crystallization of divinity at large. I absolutely believe in that something within you that is the whole universe loving itself through the joining of this moment. We are the whole universe remembering who it is through the joining of this moment as you and as me. We are the whole universe loving itself through the joining of this moment. Yes, Chickaboo. Somebody put in the chat, Chickaboo. Some of you all may know that I play Chickaboo, or I'll tell you to put your arms around yourself and pinch yourself on all four cheeks, top and bottom. That's a sweet Chickaboo. You know, we've all played Peekaboo, but Chickaboo is a lot more fun, you know. And so Chickaboo to you too, resonating brow and heart chakra. Yes, Nanette. You're so welcome and infinitely worthy, Carolyn. Divine Spirit is everything. Oh, we got it coming through nice and fast here. If I don't respond to every single thing, just know that I'm loving you with the passion of heaven. That whatever I am that is of any worth or any exaltation, I give you a counterpart of that. I believe in the multiplication of my spirit by virtue of sharing it ad infinitum. That's the beautiful thing about sharing who we are. When we share who we are, then it's 3 times given. Because who we are was initially given unto ourselves, and then when we share it, that's the second giving. And then the universe in reciprocal appreciation sends back another blessing to us. So it becomes 3 times given when we share. And Lambda says, such a beautiful way to end a good day. Thank you, Miraculi. You're so welcome, sister baby. My goddess girlfriend, you're welcome. Are there any questions before we get to the completion of this transmission? Any things that you'd like for me to respond to? And also just reiterating that I said earlier in the announcements, if you'll start sending me, particularly relative to the Facebook Lives, send me some of the your questions and comments and different, your sharing. Send it to me in a voice message so that I can feel the frequency of you, and then I'll respond, you know, when we come together again, you know, sometimes I'll even play the actual question so that, you know, it can be even more personal. So I'm thinking of ways in which we can make this experience even more personal And if you are one of those people that happen to cross-pollinate with me, and you follow me on both Facebook as well as Instagram, I do a live every Friday on Instagram at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and I do bring people on with me, so that when we actually have the capacity to bring someone on, and there can be direct interaction and sacred processing and things of that nature. So cross-pollinate with me and experience me also on Instagram. Joanne says, I always feel better when I'm with your meditation. I feel so honored and blessed that happens. I don't take it lightly that you give me the honor to compliment your expansion and your empowerment. It's like an absolute honor to work for you, beloveds, in that way, to serve you in that way. And of course, it's enlightened self-interest, because in serving you, I'm also serving me. So thank you so much for everything. Again, if you feel moved to offer a donation, I take donations via Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and also there's a donation button on my website. If you're interested in having a session, I still have some discounts in play, which I'll explain those when you reach out. But I do intuitive astrology readings, as well as transmissions of Didgeridoo, sound healing, vocal harmonics, and Reiki. I also teach Reiki, and I'm starting to do that online too, because we need to take advantage of all of the abilities that we have, because we're not able to congregate in the physical sense and circle in together. So, we're really up-leveling our capacity to commune at distances and communicate at distances and send remote frequencies. And I feel that happening with a lot of beloveds. It's a very beautiful thing. So I love you so much. I wish you the best that the universe has to offer. And I hold the intention that you will open up and let the universe bless you in that way. So be kind to yourself, love on yourself. Oho Ashe, Amen, Namaste. Hotepin Lakesha Lakin, Shalom, Satnam, Hadiom, Rastafari. Your sacred juices are cooked and infinitely expanding. Juicetafari, Blissstafari. You're going to always have many miles on your smile. Wiggle in your giggle, tingling in your boots, and laughter ever after, putting your strut, wings on your butt, always rising up at the top. There's room for all. It's just the bottom that's crowded, y'all. And so it is, and so it shall eternally be. I had a question I wanted to respond to. Alan asked me, what do you think is the power of the didgeridoo? Well, the didgeridoo is a song of breath and the song of God. Because just the fact that when the didgeridoo is played, there's no gaps in the sound. The circular breathing is one of the empowerments of didgeridoo, because the sound does not stop. It keeps going and going. And so that's a reflection of the endless nature of eternity. And also there's nothing in it. It's a hollow tube. There's nothing in there. Everything is done by way of breath, lips, tongue, cheek, and voice. So there's something amazingly powerful going on when that's being done. So with that in mind, just watch. You'll see from here when I'm breathing, and you can see it, here. But just notice that the sound doesn't stop. And part of the empowerment is when I go there, I go into trance, and the whole universe, the clan of the trumpet angels, even unto God, Goddess Absolute, every angel and ascended master is coming through. Brother Alan Smith. I know who you are, brother. You're my fellow didgeridoo player. Why you asked that question, but that's a beautiful question because, you know, didgeridoo is mystifying to some people, and some don't have a clue what is going on with that. But the one thing that I will say is when I'm playing the didgeridoo, really know there's something way beyond this individual human expression is going on, and I know that, and I give myself over into that higher guidance, and I know that it's the universe that I am doing the work through my individual beingness, and so I'm owning that universal absoluteness that I am. I'm not renting the option to buy no more. I'm owning this thing. And I invite you to do the same thing, beloved. So love you with the passion of heaven and fly well on the wings of ascension. Take care.